I'm going to do a quick like that. Below the water level it comes out, above the water level it stops. Now let's watch. I'm going to release it.
Yep, you got it. Well, hello. Jump right on in. You're it, Father Fish.
The most difficult part of fish keeping is learning what to do with this. This creates more trouble and costs more money and is responsible for more gagging and vomiting and spitting than anything else anybody does in a fish tank. And all it is, it's just a little piece of hose. In order to make it possible for people who don't know to use a siphon, they've invented a ball that they put on the middle of a siphon. And the theory is if you squeeze the ball with one end in the water, it starts the siphon. Well, it may or it may not. But let me show you a trick. This will be an easier one to do it with because it's longer. This is about a 6 foot, well, 8 foot. This really is my favorite hose. It's flexible, it's not hard to handle, and it allows you to do what you need to do. Now, to do siphoning, you have to understand what you're doing. What is the principle of a siphon? Principle of a siphon is to fill a hose like this with water without any of the water coming out of the hose. Doesn't make sense, does it? Let me show you what I mean. If we will open this up, put one end in the water. Now I'm standing about 1.5 feet above the level of the water. And I have a loop that goes down 2 to 3 feet and comes back up again. So what I'm going to do is, very quickly, I'm going to do a quick like that. I'm going to inhale just a small gasp. That's all I did, a small gasp. And look, 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 look. Watch it. That is a siphon. Now, if you hold both ends up like this, it's full of water. Look at that. Full of water. Let's do this again. We're going to dump the water back in the tank. We're going to hold the hose in the water a few inches, and then we're standing 1.5 feet above the level of the water, holding the hose up that high with a big loop in it. One quick inhale, gasp. Look at that. Did you see that? Look at that. How much water did I get in my mouth doing that? It wasn't even close. There wasn't even the possibility of getting water in my mouth. I used to give new employees one chance to use a siphon and get water in their mouth. After that, if they did it again, they were fired because there is no reason at all to ever get water in your mouth when you're siphoning. To hold the hose above the level of the water. And you take one quick inhale, enough to get the water over the edge, and just started so when you put it below the water level, it comes out. Below the water level, it comes out. Above the water level, it stops. That's what a siphon is. Running, stopping. And it's really that simple. There's no reason to ever even get a drop of water on the floor. And those little balls, meaningless. Once you learn how to do this, It's the simplest thing in the world. Now, I want to show you. Let's see. Let's look at here and see if we can find something that needs to be siphoned up. How about that right there? Okay, we're going to hold it there. Now, let's look at the other end of the hose. Going to drop it down below the water level. Now, watch what happens to the dirt. Go back to the dirt. Look at that. It's picking it all up. And it's putting it in the tank. Now we come back up. And it stops. Slick as a whistle. Here's a little more over here. Let's do this. Put it down to it. Bring the water level down. Just move the hose along a little bit. And we get every bit of it. Bring it back up. And it stops. Is that hard to do, boys and girls? Can we do that? If you're 5, you can do it. If you're 50, you may struggle because you've got so many bad habits that you have to unlearn. Now, I want to show you something. We're going to take this. I think I'm going to get out of this wrap I've got here. So I'm going to show you how to catch the most difficult fish there is to catch. Do you know what that is? It is a coolie loach. Now look, see this? This hose is full of water. See the level of the water? Okay, I've got some coolie loaches in this tank. So I'm gonna put one end there. I wanna hold my thumb over the other end and hold it down low. Then I'm going to move this around and see if we can find a coolie loach and make him come out front. You see him? There he is. Now let's watch. I'm going to release it. Whoop. I may need a bigger hose. Right there. Yeah.
Yep, you got it. There he is.
There he is. There he is. Look at refill that. So it's really quite simple to be able to catch the hardest fish there is to catch by using the miracle of the fish room, a siphon. If you learn to use a siphon, it really does become your best friend. You can work all kind of magic with it. You can take specific amounts of water out of the tank. You can put water back in the tank by holding the bucket up above the level of the surface of the water in the tank and just use that siphon trick without ever getting a drop on the floor or in your mouth. This is Father Fish, tips and tricks for the fish room. Learn to use a siphon. It will be your best friend ever. That'll do it.
Love you all. Bye for now. No, not doing that anymore. People love when they get mad when you don't do it.
Love you all. Bye for now.